The Warriors have been uncharacteristically bad, and by that, I mean they've been losing. But why? It's time to break down the Warriors problem. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. The Warriors just have not looked so good. I mean, yeah, they've had injuries, but even with the healthy lineup, they've kinda looked mortal. Sorry for not uploading yesterday. I've been planning out a business trip for the next week so I can upload better content for y'all. So I'm gonna be uploading 3 videos next week. So stay tuned on Instagram so you don't miss any of the highlights. Let me know if you want me to do a basketball rewind 2018 with all the best moments of basketball in 2018. And also, hit that like button for the amount of threes Draymond Green misses. 3,432. Now let's get into it. The Warriors were 8-1 in October, 7-7 in November, and now 8-5 in December. Their points per game has dropped by over 10 points since October, and their percentages from the field and from 3 have all dropped by 6 or more percent. Granted that Steph Curry missed a ton of games in November, his return and Green's return to the lineup should have solved a lot of problems. The Warriors are a completely different team with Curry in the lineup than without, but it's seeming that all the Warriors' problems are adding on, one after the other, and other teams are finally catching on. First, the Draymond Green problem. I think this one is the most obvious out of the bunch, and the other problems will be less obvious and more picky, but Draymond Green has become an offensive liability. A few seasons ago, Draymond was the playmaker that could make things happen off the pick and roll, could stretch the defense, and could bring the ball up. It gave the Warriors a different look and open opportunities, but now Draymond is shooting 22% from 3. 22! That is just a no-go, like, wow. Now, no one is respecting him and pretty much just letting him shoot and just doubling on Durant or Curry, whoever is more of a threat on that play. That just means he isn't able to create as many opportunities for the rest of the Warriors players and waste time on the offensive end. When he was shooting 39% from 3 in 2015-2016, he was a problem for a defense. Now, he's a problem for the offense. The Warriors defense as a whole hasn't gotten much worse, but their issues are getting more exposed. On the defensive side of things, Draymond isn't the same defender he was when he won Defensive Player of the Year. Bigs are running through Dre because he's being forced to guard the center more this season. Like the last Blazers game, Nurkic ran through Draymond. More teams have versatile bigs that can actually stay on the floor even with the Warriors' death lineup, so now that one weakness of a big man is also exposed. It's a plan of attack that the other teams can use and actually have a focus with. Second, the pick and roll problem. Klay Thompson's cold shooting touch definitely has hampered the Warriors, but I also think that a lot of that has to do with Klay Thompson trying to create more shots for himself. I know he's worked a lot on his core balance this offseason and being able to take contact while squaring up and making shots, but on a team with Curry and Durant, it would be better if he was more of a spot shooter or using the pick and roll more. The pick and roll has been weird for the Warriors. The Warriors were dead last in pick and roll attempts last year, but they were so deadly with it. They were the most effective and efficient team in the NBA with pick and rolls. It was like a weapon they pulled out when they needed to, and because they were dominating so heavily without it, it just didn't need to be used. This year, they are legitimately struggling, yet they still don't use it. The pick and roll would help Draymond get more involved in the offense, and it has this season as well. It allows him to be the quick decision maker and open up more opportunities because it takes advantage of all the off-ball movement too. It's worked this season and last season and the season before. The point is that they should run more of it, especially when they're losing. Third, the Durant problem. Now, I've complained about Durant's ISO tendencies before, and this is no different. The Durant ISO ball has decreased with Curry's return, but it's still being relied upon a good amount, especially with Klay just not getting a shot to fall and Green being an offensive liability. The ball stops moving when Green gets it or when the play breaks down and they kick it to Durant. With the Warriors stopping their ball movement, they become like the Thunder were with Westbrook and KD, and while that might win you some games, that's a downgrade upgrade from what the Warriors were. The Warriors are losing their identity and other teams are finding flaws in their offense. This gives other teams more confidence and an actual game plan that can work. I don't think that the Lakers could beat the Warriors without LeBron, or that game was some sort of sign of the Lakers being a great team, because it wasn't. The Warriors had an off night, but the game plan they used was something that did show holes. I wouldn't be making that big of a deal, but the Warriors this year have been bad, and it's not like the teams they lost to have had their best night against the Warriors. Teams just have to be playing at their normal level and execute a game plan. The Warriors just haven't adjusted or brought anything new to the table, and if you don't evolve in some way, you're gonna end up being worse relatively to everyone else. I don't think the Lakers exposed any problems. I just think they stuck to a game plan other teams have been using, and because the Warriors had an off night, it seemed way worse.
I think everyone is forgetting that the Warriors have DeMarcus Cousins on their bench. I mean, naturally, he'll solve a lot of their problems. He'll help them space the floor, he'll give them interior presence, and a lot of pick and rolls will be generated just because he's on the floor. It's kind of crazy that they have that weapon on the bench. But as of right now, the Warriors are losing games, and that can cost them in the playoffs when their seeding is messed up. But what do you think? Can the Warriors get it together? Is their dynasty over?
This year has been crazy, so I want to thank all of you for the support. We've literally more than quadrupled in size in 1 year. That basketball rewind with all the best basketball moments of the year could be a fun video, so let me know if you want to see that, and drop a like for the green meme. I don't even have to persuade you to do it, he's gonna say why you should do it. Yeah. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Rick James, and the all day notification swat shout goes to Christian Blake. Thanks for the all day support. Make sure to hit the bell for all day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all day community for more fire content, all day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Okay, just stop in my spaceship. Okay, just stop in my spaceship. No, no, no.